This interactive read aloud is brought to you by Mrs. Fleming
and Mrs. Ade Mensa.
Hello, boys and girls. Today for Read for the Record Day, we will read the book The Bear Ate Your Sandwich. Boys and girls all over the globe are reading this book today, written by Julia Sarcone Roach. Now, let's take a moment to review some vocabulary before we begin reading. We will do an activity called List, Group, Label. The title of our book is The Bear Ate Your Sandwich, and I've taken the time to brainstorm a list of words about bears. So here, I'm going to list my bear words. So now, when I think of bears, I think of the words den, berries, honey, forest, sandwich, scratching, and climbing. Okay, so now the next step is choosing how these words are related to each other. So I'm going to try to group them according to how they are related to each other. So I see some food words like berries, honey, and sandwich. I see some places like forest and den. And I see some verbs or things that bears may do, like scratching and climbing. So now that I've grouped my words together, I'm going to label them. That's the very last step. So I have the labels, things bears do, that would go under or above scratching and climbing. Places bears live, that could be above forest and den, and things bears eat above berries, honey, and sandwich. Okay, now boys and girls, that we've done our vocabulary activity, list, group, label, let's make a prediction. I would like you to turn to your shoulder partner and make a prediction now. Okay, boys and girls, now that you've made your prediction, let's read to confirm that prediction. The Bear Ate Your Sandwich by Julia Sarcone Roach. By now, I think you know what happened to your sandwich, but you may not know how it happened. So let me tell you. It all started with the bear. The morning air was warm and bright when the bear stepped out of his den. He stretched and sniffed. The scent of ripe berries drifted toward him and led to a wonderful discovery. Look, boys and girls, he's getting into the back of that pickup truck. The berries must be inside. After a berry feast, the bear curled up in the sunlight and listened to the buzzing of the bees. Ooh. Before long, he was asleep. By the time the bear opened his eyes, the buzzing had become a rumbling. He was being quickly swept along like a leaf in a great river. The forest disappeared in the distance, and high cliffs rose up around him. Wow, looks like he's made it to the city. Once the rumbling stopped, The bear found himself in a new forest. It was like nothing he'd ever seen before. It doesn't look much like a forest to me, does it, boys and girls? The trees were still itchy here. This forest had many great climbing spots. There was good bark for scratching. And the mud squished nicely under his feet. There were many interesting smells in this forest. I bet those trash cans smell stinky. P.U. But some of the tastiest ones had already been found. Oh, look, boys and girls, honey. Leafy green smells led the bear to new fun. And that is when he saw it. Boys and girls, turn to your shoulder partner and make a prediction about what you think the bear saw. There it was, your beautiful and delicious sandwich all alone. He waited to make sure no one saw him, not even the sandwich, before he made his move. It was such a great sandwich. The bear loved it. But just as he was almost finished, he heard sniff, snuffle, slobber, snort behind him. He had been seen. The bear was so surprised that he ran out of the park and down the street until he spotted a very tall tree. Does that look like a tree to you, boys and girls? From the top of the tree, the bear could see his forest. It was time to go home. The waves rocked the bear, and he began to doze. When he opened his eyes, he heard the breeze in familiar branches and the birds and bugs' evening song. Well, the bear made it home just fine. So, that's what happened to your sandwich. The bear ate it. I saw it all. I tried to save your sandwich. I was able to save this little bit of lettuce here. The bear dropped it as he ran off, but I couldn't save the rest. I'm sorry. I have to tell you about your sandwich this way. But now you know. The end. Before I go, boys and girls, I'd like to ask you a comprehension question. The dog tells the little girl that the bear ate her sandwich. Do you think the dog is telling the truth? Please take time to discuss this question with your teacher. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the snack we've provided.